This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, now we'll start. Okay, so today's session will be little shorter and most probably it will be for 1 hour. So, okay, so let's continue. So, in the last class, we have set up a non-Maven project. Okay, so there we have learned some basic WebDriver concepts like to load browser, refresh, get and navigate difference, and I think some other methods as well. Okay. So to continue, okay. So before that, like in some guys asked me like how we'll share the code. Okay, means whatever we're learning within the session. So how we're going to get that code. Okay, so we'll try to cover first the basics of Git, like mostly like how can we commit or how can we push to a repository so that you people can access that repository for your practice purpose or revision purpose. Okay, so okay, so first thing, why we need something like, okay, like suppose I am in a team, only I am working, right? Or there's no other team members, there's no other team members. So I am writing code, I am only mentoring, I'm running everything from local. Even I have set up the Jenkins also in my local. Okay, perfect. That is good for a small project. But let's suppose when you go for a team where more than one members are working, right? So suppose there are two modules in an application and I'm working on one module and you are working on another module, right? So somewhere they need to have the same repo, right? Because it will not be like that I am writing my own framework, my own code, and others are writing their own different codes, right? So that is not the correct way. So what is the way? Like there will be one central place where everyone is keeping their code. Okay, so like if both are developing, so what is the manual process? Like you will go and you will add your code there. So that is again very difficult thing, because whatever I have developed, and suppose my module is talking to some other modules as well. Talking means they are like connecting, like suppose from my profile to some changing password or some placing an order. So both the modules are communicating each other, right? So whatever methods I have written, so it should be usable by others as well, right? So that they need to have the same code base. Okay, so in this purpose also we need something where we can have our code. Okay, for the or for the all the person, right? All the code developers in a team. Okay, again one thing comes, like suppose you're working on, if you're keeping something in your local repo or local folder, and something happens to that folder, like suppose your system got crashed or something happened, so you will lose your data, right? You will lose your data. And suppose also like whatever, today you're working on something and you have messed up everything, so you want to go back to the code base which were present yesterday, right? So this type of situation, you need something which can help you to achieve this type of things. Okay, so here generally we call a version control system, and nowadays Git is popular version control system. Before that we have SVN and something else. Okay, so let me show you some basics of Git. What is Git actually? So I'll go to Git. Okay, so it is, if see, this is an free and open source distributed version control system, where you can see this image. This image, like some developer is working on some code base, okay, and they are adding something, and end of the day, everyone is merging. Everyone is merged their code, right? So this is called something called version control system. Okay, so okay, so here whatever code I am writing in my session, right? So obviously you will need that code to understand, or suppose you want to add something to it. Okay, there is one way, like I can share using Google Drive, but that is again not the good way, because suppose multiple developers will want to add their code, so that is not possible. So we can use something called Git. Okay, so before you start working with Git, you need to install Git in your machine. Okay, so suppose there are 10 developers, so all the developers needs to install the Git in your machine. Okay, so once you Google like Git download or something, so you'll get this particular website. Okay, git-scm.com. Okay, so like it automatically understand like on which operating system you are opening it. So this is for Windows, so automatically it is coming. Okay, so simply you need to click on it and it will get you one exe file, and you simply just need to do click next. Okay, so it will be finished. Okay, so I already installed the Git. So if I open the cmd, so once you install the Git, okay, so maybe like for when you install Java, right? So it automatically doesn't identify Java and JavaC commands, right? So you need to add the bin directory path in the path environment variable, right? So similar to here also, you need to add the bin path. So that is very normal installation. So it is very like simple, any simple software application. So here I will simply show you that if after installing Git and after setting the path, when you open the command prompt and type Git, okay, so you will see this, it has identified what is Git. That's why you are seeing this type of command. Okay, so this is the first thing you need to have install Git into machine. Okay, now this is our project, right? This we created in the last session, right? So I want this particular project as a Git repo. Okay, so what is the first thing you need to do? Okay, first thing you need to do, you need to go to the place where this particular project is there, right? So it is here. Okay, okay, so first what you need to do, either you need to open the command prompt and need to navigate to this particular folder, or you can select the path, select the what do you call it, file path, folder path, and just type cmd. Okay, so you'll get the command prompt open in this particular folder itself, right? So to make a repo as a Git repo, we first command we to use Git Init. Okay, so let's see what happens here. If you see here, we don't have any folder here, extra folder here, right? Means like when I do enter, can you see one .git folder has been created? So this is called initialize empty Git repo. Okay, so means whenever you want to make a project file as a Git repo, you need to use the command called Git Init. So it will create a folder called .git, which will be hidden by default. Can you see it's not, I have set the view option as show the hidden folder, right? Hidden item, that's why we can see the .git folder here. If I go inside, so here the main thing we have config file. Okay, so let me show you the content of this file as well. Okay, okay, so you can see this is printed here, right? Something we are something that we are getting, right? So just see the whatever content we have here now. I will show that how it is changing. Okay, fine. So this is done. Now what is the next command? Okay, so once you initialize something, so you are saying that it is now Git repo. Now second step, you need to add whatever files you want to track it. If I run the command git status, okay, so you will see that untracked files. Okay, untracked means like suppose tracking. What is tracking? Tracking means something you are tracking someone. Like suppose when you order something on Zomato, so they give you an option to track where your order is, right? So similar kind here we need to know get which files I want to get tracked. Okay, that's why when I run the git status, it is showing that untracked files. Okay, so if I want to add a file, so command is git add, and I want to add only one file, then I can keep the file name. Okay, or if I want to add everything whatever I have in a folder, okay, so we can use git add dot. Okay, what it will do, it will add all the files here. So if I do the git status again, okay, so you see everything is green now, right? Okay, so we are simply added, like means we are telling git whatever files they need to track. Okay, now the third step is called committing. Committing means you need to commit whatever you have added. Okay, so git commit -m and need to give the message like first session. Okay, I will show you that where you will see this messages. Okay, so first in this step we are confirming whatever we have added, whatever files you added for tracking, that I want to get it committed. Okay, so I'm using git commit -m. Okay, okay, so now this everything in your local system, right? If I run the git status again, okay, so we see on branch master nothing to commit, working tree clean. Okay, now do one thing, like what I will do here, and where we are here, right? Basic Selenium test, and let me do some changes here. Okay, so what to change, like suppose I'll add a line here, simple. Okay, I will simply add a line like driver. I think we have driver. What is the driver name we have given? So it is cron driver, right? So simply I will go and I will call a method on it, right? So that means I simply made a change to our git repo. Okay, let's come here, and I will do git status again. Okay, can you see what it is showing? Like there are some files changes not state for commit. Okay, because we have modified the file, that's why we are getting this file. Okay, and if you see, like when you are not using any IDE, right, like simply calling .java file, so you need to manually compile it, right, using Java C. But if you use any IDE, so as soon as you are typing something, it will keep compiling. Okay, that's why when we made any changes into launching Chrome browser.java, so it has recompiled .class file also. That's why we are seeing the two files here. Okay, launching Chrome browser.class and launching Chrome browser.java, right? So this is a very basic Java concept, like whenever we compile a .java file, we get a .class file. Okay, that's why we are seeing the two files here that is modified. Okay, these files are modified, that's why we are seeing it. Okay, so what I need to do again, I need to git add dot again, or you can use a single file also. So better to use dot, otherwise you need to give the full path. Okay, if I do the git status again, you'll see everything green. Okay, then what I need to do again, git commit -m added a line for closing browser. So git commit is giving a proper message, very much important, because when multiple developers are working, they should know that what the major things you have done in this one. Okay, so I've done here. Okay, so here if I do the git status again, okay, so I will not see anything. Please be on mute.
Okay, one question I have.
Yes, please.
Okay, see, you're using the command prompt, right? So we can use git bash also, right?
Yes, you can use git bash, you can use Eclipse what inbuilt inbuilt UI also. So like if you're
Okay.
using in, so they also provide that way UI. So whatever you are good, like I like command prompt, so that's why I'm using command. but I will show you it's also like how we can do through Eclipse.
Yeah, okay. I just asked. Thank you.
So if you are using GitHub, they also buy GitHub desktop, right? Then we have source tree, and I think there are so many actually which you can use, because many people are not good in remembering the commands, so they go and use the UI based or interface based some Git tools. Okay, but whatever you are comfortable, you can use it. There's no difference.
Okay. All right, thank you.
So I have committed whatever I have made the changes here. Okay, now everything is in my local. Everything is my local. Okay, I need something on cloud so that other developers can also work on it, or other developers can use that one. Okay, that's why we need a cloud-based Git repo, something called Bitbucket or GitHub, GitLab. Those are the things. So this is a very famous interview question: what is between Git and GitHub? So Git is like we have SQL, right? SQL is something query, some language to write the query, right? And we have some different databases like Oracle, MySQL, something, right? So those are databases where we can write SQL query to fetch the data from that. It is similar kind of thing here. Git we can consider as a language, and other things like Bitbucket or GitHub can be understand it as something cloud-based repo. Okay, so I'm using Bitbucket. So let me create a repo in Bitbucket. Okay, so you can use any tool. So there's no difference in that one. So this is my repo which I maintain. You can find so many public projects here. You can go and refer as well. So let me create a new repo. Okay.
GitHub and Bitbucket both are different, right?
Both are two different service providers.
Okay,
Like
okay.
we have
Service
internet service provider, right? Different internet service provider. So it's like that: GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab, everything. Okay. So you need to create one project. If you don't have, you can see a create new project if you don't have. But everything I maintain under make your name easy, and I will give the repo name like the target common non Maven project. Okay. And I want to make it public, so I will uncheck the private repo. Okay. I don't want to include readme as of now, so I will click on create repo. Okay, so this repo has been created in cloud. Okay, now I need to connect my local repo to this remote repo. Okay, every remote repo has one address. Okay, and this particular repo has this address. Okay, can you see this? If you go here, you can see here, right? It is the remote repo address. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to connect my local repo to my cloud repo. Okay, so this is simple command. This is simple command: git remote means cloud, remote repo or cloud repo, right? So generally when you use the term push it to the remote branch, means you push it to the cloud one so that others can use it, right? So first I need to connect my local repo to my remote repo, right? Just copy this command. Okay, come here and paste it. So what I'm doing, connect my local git repo to the remote repo which has the address this one. Okay, so it is connected now, right? Now here we don't have any files, right? So simply connecting your local repo to cloud repo, you will not get the files here. What you need to do, you need to push there, right? This you need to do, right? But remember, before pushing, you need to have something committed things. Committed means you are committed to push it, means you are confirming it, right? Anyway, you can always revert, so that is not the thing, but yeah. So you just need to push it. Git push minus u. Okay, means in which branch you want to push it. Suppose, okay, so I will explain that later. So let's understand that there is only one branch, that is called default branch, and that is master. Okay, So I simply post it. So what will happen? It will ask me username and password. Okay, so like if you're using the Git always, right? So they store this password is called Windows credential. Okay. If you go to Credential Manager, so it stores the password for you. Okay, you can see here they have installed, they have saved my password. You can see Bitbucket here. Okay, so it has saved my password. That's why it's not asking me any password and it's going directly. But if you're using first time, so obviously it will ask for you the password. Correct? So what is happening? Okay, it is still uploading. Can we say 54%? Okay, so again, why it is taking so much time? Because we have jar files within my project itself, right? Okay, so this has some memory, right? That's why it is taking more time. That's why we should go for something called Maven based project, which is like there's no need to have hard coded or physical jar present in your project. Okay, that's why it took some time. And let me go here in the Bitbucket. Here, just refresh it. So what should happen now? I should see all my codes here. Can you see? Yes. So
Yes.
this we have connected our local repo to remote repo and we have successfully pushed it, right? So how many commits we have done? 2, right? First one default, second one we did after changing something. If you go to commits here, okay, you'll see both the commits by whom I have done. Okay, one thing again, like once you're installing the Git first time, so you need to set your username and email. Okay, so that's very simple thing. So actually it was already set up in my machine, so it was not asking, but you can easily set up it. I can take some another exclusive session on Git only, but yeah, first time you need to set your author name and your email ID. Okay, again, if I go to this particular commit, okay, so this is called sorted, means whatever commit has done, latest commit will be shown on top. Okay, so let me go to this commit ID. Okay, and can you see that what are the files has been changed? We have changed actually .java file. The .class file was also changed, right? And it will show also that whatever we have changed plus plus plus. Okay, so suppose when you are working on a team and someone has missed something, right? So you can easily go and track like who has done the mistake, right? Or because of which developer your code has been broken, right? So these are the advantage of using Git. There are many more, but yeah, as of now, these are the major advantage. We can track what are the files have been changed in particular commit and what are the changes has been done. Okay, so I hope it's clear, at least this much basic. If any doubt, you can ask.
Yeah, but we need to sign up in Bitbucket. You have created a project, right?
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
there any settings?
you
Yeah,
need to sign up in Bitbucket or GitHub, whatever you have.
okay, not required any installation, right? For Bitbucket UI.
Bitbucket is like something called Facebook, which you can use access on web. Right?
Okay, let's browser application only, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You just need to install Git in your machine. Okay. Without Git, you
Yeah.
cannot proceed. Without Git also you cannot clone on something, right? Okay. So let me show you one more thing. Like suppose a new team members has joined your team, okay, and they want this code, right? So there's one way. Suppose they can clone it if they have access, because this is a public repo, so anyone can clone it. So if you click on clone, so it gives a command git clone. Okay, git clone. So it will be cloning your project. So I will show you that later, like how can you clone it and all. But as of now, we'll be simply pushing to our this repo so that you people can access it. Okay, I will just ping that address, this one. So if anyone wants, they can go to this particular repo and they can access it. So where the chat,
Yeah, one question here. Uh, yeah, are we discussing about Git stash? Anything now
See,
or
no,
later?
as of now, I think let's start from basic because I will cover for sure. Git stash something means like you don't want to
Draft.
commit type of thing, so you simply stashing it. The,
Yeah,
the
okay.
the normal meaning of English word is stashing it. You are keeping somewhere else. Okay,
Correct.
so I will cover
Yeah.
those type of things. But for this session, I
Okay.
think it will be very new for many, like how to push something in Git repo. So I've covered this thing because these are
Okay.
basic things which are expected from QA people, right?
Right. Yeah. Even Git conflicts also, right? We need to
Yes,
discuss. I
Git
mean,
conflict. Yeah, suppose when multiple developers are working right on same project, obviously there will be conflict, right? So it is very easier. Like suppose same line, same file, someone has changed, right? And you have also changed it, right? Suppose uh, they need to initiate a browser, right? So you have given the name as WebDriver, someone has given name as WD only. So that conflict occurs, and that we need to resolve manually. That is, there's no automatic way to resolve those conflict. Okay, mainly people generally ask questions like how to resolve conflict. That is mutual understanding. If you're not getting like which code is correct, you need to go and talk to your developer, like okay, so what you have changed, I have made these changes, so which line of code we need to keep it. Okay, so that is conflict, that is the way of resolving conflict. Okay, so there's no
okay.
automatic way to resolve this.
Right. So
Okay,
that is mutual understanding of the code, and we discuss and we resolve which one to keep, which one to remove. Right. Okay. Fine.
that is a conflict, right? So if you get the conflict with others also, we need to go and talk, right? Automatically it will not be resolved,
No,
even
we
in
can
real.
give a answer. I'm saying. Okay.
Okay, okay, perfect. So I think I am
Uh,
able to explain this concept.
One more question I was having that many times I have committed my project in earlier GitHub also. So suppose I have just done like this, whatever you have told us. So many times after this commit in the master branch for the first time, if I am doing something, adding one more folder or one more class file, and then committing the same again from local to GitHub, then it gives starts giving the error on again on master branch and denies the pushing of the code on to the master branch. So can you just tell me why does it happens and how to resolve it? That's if I get the error in that scenario.
Okay, let's say I got it what you are doing. So suppose our files are within SRC, right? Okay, so if I open it, okay, so here also you can edit some file in directly in Cloud Repo also. What I'll do, I'll go simply edit. Okay, I will simply go edit and I will add a new line here. Okay, I will simply add a new comment, simple thing, right? I will add something, some new comment added. Okay, where I've done it directly on remote repo, but you suppose that it has done by some other developers. Okay, and they've committed it. Okay, they've committed it because I don't have multiple developers here, so I am directly change it here. So if I go to commit here, so total I will see total 3, right? I will see total 3 here, right? Now what I will do, I'll go to my Eclipse and I will add some another comment like added a line of code, right? Now what I will do, I will go from here only. So what you need to do first, you need to click on project, you need to go to team. Okay, and okay, first we need to do refresh. Refresh. Okay, then go to team, and if you click on share project, right, so automatically it will identify that we have already one Git repo. That's why it is going to this location. We have done already, right? Git Init. So when you go and click on share project, automatically it will identify. Okay, So I will simply click on finish. Now you can see all the options here, right? So we have changed something. So I will go and I directly click on commit, or you can use add to index also, like git add command. Okay, then go to team, go to commit. Okay, which file is taking? Okay, we have not saved the file, that's why it is not committed. Okay, now if you see here, you can see one arrow mark here. Okay, this arrow mark says that you have changed something in this particular file. Okay, and if you see one database something symbol, you can see here, right? This means it has linked to git repo, or this has been tagged. Okay, but this symbol will be changing based on whatever IDE you are using. Okay, so let me to go and do git add again. Okay, so whatever we're doing git add dots, it is same, right? Then go to team again. Now commit. Okay, can you see the file? Same thing, same Java and class.
Yeah.
Whatever we were seeing at git status, same thing, right? Now again I will do my commit, like added a new line of code. So whatever we are giving using the -m command, same thing we are giving it here, a commit message. So this is called UI based, right? So many people find it easier, right? So if you do commit and push now, let's see what happens. It will ask me password, so I'll give my password. That I forgot. Password. Let me try, because everything is installed, so we don't need to remember the password. Let's see. Okay, so you got what? Mask rejected. You are getting the same error, same problem, right? Why you are getting it? Because some other developer has changed the code base. So before pushing it to repo, you need to sync your current repo with the master repo, or whatever branch you want to push in. Okay, so what you need to do first? You need to go here. Okay, then go to team. Then you need to do pull. Means whatever changes you have in your remote repo, pull it to my branch. Okay, click on pull. It is pulling master branch, right? It is showing that which particular commit has been fetched, right? Okay. Can you see the fetch, right? And it's merged also. So this is also interview question: what is the difference between git pull and fetch? Fetch doesn't merge, pull merged also. That's why you see the merge input. Okay. Now close it. Can you see that line of code here? Can you see here?
Yeah. Got
So
it.
this you do, and then you're eligible to push it. What need to do? We need to do where the push. Okay, push branch master. Okay, so you see that which branch you need to push it, and why this is disabled. Okay, I rarely use this one, so that's why. But if you are very good, then you'll find that git doing the command is too easier. Okay, then simply
Yeah,
push it.
I was using at that time command only. I usually don't use the GUI version.
So it's everyone individual choice. So whoever like okay, so it merged now, right? Okay, let me show you how it is changing in your here. Okay. Okay, can you see? Now see this one. we have this code base, right? Can you
Yeah.
see my cursor, right? We were here. Someone made the changes, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see that from here how it got merged and it is one line, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So this is the one, and this type of symbol, this type of things you can see in source tree also very well. Okay. So this type of
Okay.
things we generally do in real time. Okay.
So just error which I was facing was due to because I was not taking the pull at that time
Yes.
from the
Yes.
master for the updated code in my local. So if I'll take the pull from the master in my updated code in my local, then obviously I'll get the updated code and then I can commit again on to the same branch.
Correct. 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 So
Because of
this
this
is
error, actually I had to means many times I had to create the another branch apart from master branch in my remote repository and then
generally
commit on to that branch.
good practice to create a new branch, new working branch for you. Because suppose generally we are working on Agile or Jira, so we are getting a feature, right? Okay, so generally we create a branch with that feature name and then we merge to master, because you should not you work directly on master, because your one mistake can break everything. Okay, so always create
Mm-hmm.
a branch, work on it, then merge the branch. That I will take in some other session, that how can you create a branch, how can we merge it. Okay, so but okay, so as of now I think I am able to explain the concepts, basic concepts, right? Any other
Thanks.
doubt?
Thanks. No, thanks. Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So let's start our actual session here. Okay. Okay. So what are things we're doing, that we have downloaded all the exe files in within our project, right? Because I am using some different like some unique version of Chrome, so I've downloaded that particular executable file. But when you clone this particular repo in your system and you're using some older version of Chrome, obviously this exe will not work there, right? This will not work. And this is always a good practice, that don't make something dependent kind of thing, right? Until like okay, so means anyone will have different version of any browser, right? So they should have their particular supported browser executable file. Okay, so what we can do, instead of adding it here, we can use one library that is very famous one, and that is called WebDriverManager. Okay, WebDriverManager. Okay, so what is WebDriverManager? Okay, so it automatically downloads the browser executable file by checking whatever version you have installed. Okay, so they have given very good documentation, and if you read it here, so generally we do this type of things, right? If I want to launch a Chrome, I want to launch a code, means Firefox, so we need to download the exe files and we need to set the path, right? But this particular library, okay, this particular library will do this for you automatically, right? So it is generally supporting Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Opera, Phantom.js, and IE. Okay, so let me show you that how it works actually. So this is, many people are using this particular dependency, but they don't know how actually it is working. So they have written clearly it, like first they will check the which version of browser is installed in your machine. Okay, and once it will check, then it will say whether you have any exe available or not. Okay, in their default one. If yes, then they will not download, but if not, they will download and they will keep inside this particular folder. Okay, so I will show you that one also. Okay, so again, if I download this particular particular jar file, then I keep in my repo, then again it will increase the size. Okay, so let me create a Maven project where we just need to mention the dependency detail and it will download automatically for us. Okay, and whenever we are pushing it to any what you call that Git the cloud repo, or when we are giving this project to someone else by any other source, then these jar files will not go with that. They need to do simply Maven install, and they will get all the dependency downloaded in their user directory M2 folder. Okay, so let me create a Maven project here. Okay.
Yeah, one question here. Yeah, suppose what is happening is, suppose I'm having a Chrome 80 version today, and suppose overnight if the Chrome got updated to 82 version, so what happens is this WebDriver manager, it will automatically download the latest version also.
Yes, when you write a command, they have command like WebDriverManager.chrome.setup. So whenever that line will execute, so it will check whether they are sync or not. That means the browser version or the exe files. If both are not sync, then they will download the latest one. Latest one means based on the whatever browser version you have. Okay, so you'll never get a problem if you get automatically upgraded. Correct. So this will not create any problem. And suppose this was an interview question also, even I asked only this, like suppose your client is saying that I don't want to use Chrome browser 84, I want 60. What you will do, how can you use the WebDriverManager? Then also to download the exe file based on Chrome 60. That is the advantage of using Chrome WebDriverManager. It will not download always the latest one. Okay, it will check the version of browser installed on the machine, then it will download the exe file. Okay, clear?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so let me create a new Maven project. Okay, so if you're using Eclipse, I think after Neon, so you'll get the Maven inbuilt, right? So there's no need to download any plugin also. So simply go to new and go to others. Okay, and since I've used the Maven, that's why it is showing me directly. But if you're not, then you can simply scroll down and you can see the Maven project here. Okay, click on Maven project, click on next. Okay, always check this one, create a simple project, because many times you complain, I have seen the post like they are not getting src test resource, or they are not getting src main resources folder structure. Okay, so always click on this checkbox, then go to next. Okay, then give some name, like, so we'll give the proper name, retarget common Maven. Simple, I will simple Selenium. Okay, so I will simply remove this Maven. Okay, because it is already Maven project, right? So simply I will copy paste here also, and this is packaging jar. Like suppose when you are importing it, then which format should be packed and imported. So that is the thing. Then click on finish. I hope that I am able to explain it right. Even it is crash course, then also I am trying to cover the basics as well. Okay, so where it got created. So it is created here, right? Okay, so when you see that whenever we create a Maven project, we get a pom.xml, right? And this is the heart of Maven. Everything we need to mention here. So like the purpose of Maven is not just to handle the dependency or auto management of dependency. There are so many things. Okay, but as of now we know that we just learned that this we are using for our managing the dependency, right? What I will do here, you need to add the dependency. So what for that you need to go to Maven central repo. Okay, if you are using Gradle, then you need to go for Gradle, but yeah, Maven both are used. That depends upon company to company. And search here what Selenium. Okay, so simply search Selenium Java. So what should we do? Okay, let's go for the latest one. We'll see some latest Selenium for features as well, right? Okay. Okay, so if you see here we have dependency, right? Dependency tag. But in pom.xml, you will not get by default. You generally get the GUnit dependency if you don't click on that checkbox, right? But I have not clicked it, so I have not got any dependency here. So what I need to do, I need to first add the dependencies tag, plural, and then inside it, I need to add our dependency, right? Okay. So as soon as you save it, right? Can you see the building workspace? So as soon as you save it, right? So it will start downloading the dependency for you. So let it
Which
finish.
box? I'm sorry, which checkbox you didn't check? So the dependency is not displaying while
They are
creating
like
Maven.
yeah, they one checkbox. I told it check it, right? So that you will plain everything plain. But if you don't check, then you have to select one artifact ID. Then again you
Okay,
need to you see some dependency. JUnit dependency comes default there. So I'm not checked it, so I'm not getting it, right?
thank you.
And let me add my WebDriverManager also. Just go here again. So I've added both the dependencies here, right? So both the dependencies are under dependencies tag. Okay. So many people I've seen this one, they are actually copying it, but they miss this particular tag, right? So this you need to add, then only you can add the dependency inside that. Okay. So let it finish it soon. It also depends upon your internet. Okay, one thing, like if you are using a any Maven project, right? So you need internet connection as well, right? Then only it can download, right? So this I asked in one interview also, because these are basic things, right? So it is downloading something for you, right? So to where to download from internet only, right? So you need an internet connection. Okay. And generally I prefer only asking basic questions, so that only like it is if the basics are clear, obviously that person will be good. Okay. So let it download. And guys, after completing this one, like we'll continue for only 2 to 3 minutes because I have some other commitments from 10. So in next session I will cover, so don't worry. Okay, so it is done now. If you go to here in the Maven dependencies, okay, can you see all the things are downloaded here for you? These things you see if you are like what you call that, if you, because we download the jar file, right? So if you, because of that, all transitive dependency also it is downloading. That's why you are seeing everything here, right? Okay. So there's one thing again, you see the here we see the Java version 1.5 here, right? So generally we are using 1.8. Okay, so for that 1.8 you need to add one properties here. So let me copy from my other project. I'll copy it from here. These are all my blog. When I read the blog, I will maintain these many power. So you need to copy this, means you need to add these things in your repo. Okay. So let me show you that what will change after adding it here. Okay. So we see it is 1.5, right? Okay. And suppose if I go here, I go to build path, configure build path. Okay. You simply remove it. Okay. Then add library. Okay. Then go to GRD system library. Go to next. Okay, you have 1.8. click on finish. So it is 1.8, then apply and close. Okay, you can see that it changed to JDK 1.8. But when I do Maven update, if I do Maven update here, okay, Maven update, so sometimes you'll see that it will change it to 1.5 again. Okay, that's why I have added that particular property in our pom.xml only. Okay, okay, so this I have done like which version I want. Okay, so 1.8. Now if I do Maven update, they will do the Maven update. Okay, so it will change to 1.8 only. Can you see? It will not never change, never go to 1.5. Okay, okay guys, so I will be stopping now here. So we have created simple Maven project after adding the 2 dependencies. Okay, and we have said this particular Maven project will use 1.8 version, right? So next weekend I will continue from here because I have some work to do. That's why I need to close it early today. Okay, guys.
Yeah. So when is the
okay.
next
Same Sunday. I will, because I post
Okay.
every time, right? Just now I will post. So mostly it will be on Sunday.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.